Hello. Very well, and you? How are you, Fluffy? Is it hot over there? How is the weather? My throat is hurting, so I believe that probably here we're going to have rain or um, a change in the weather because, or maybe it's the humidity. Rather hot, but it's okay. It's still cold. Yeah, I mean, we had actually warmer days now. Um, the it's today it's 13 Celsius degrees. So it's actually very good. It's not that cold, even though in the morning it's pretty cold, I would say. Mm. Yeah, 13 degrees is okay. Yeah, definitely. It's okay. Is it Damien's birthday today? I believe I got a notification of Discord that I believe Hope was saying Happy Demi's Day. So is it his birthday? I see you're starting a new series. Yeah, actually, I'm not so sure about this, but I wanted to try something different, and I was like, okay, this is what I came up with. Like, first date. Let's see. Let's see um, what the title says about this. Yeah, I do have to do some kind of poll, maybe on Discord, to see if people have different ideas. I'm running out of ideas, but I mean, you know, I can always like connect and reconnect with creativity, like, you know. But for this week, I have this. I have this series prepared. I don't know if I will continue it. I will try it today. Let's see how it goes. Um, The 18th. This smoke is killing me. This is killing me. It's about to run out, but it's pretty strong. Did you study it, Fluffy? The Possessed Love? The Korean dating show? I believe tomorrow is going to be uploaded with, hey Nina, with subtitles, with proper and accurate subtitles. But I don't know, I'm losing interest. Honestly, it wasn't a great experience. I don't know why. I thought it was going to be different. But somehow I'm going to finish it also because I want to see how it ends, and then I want to analyze what I saw back then, my own reading that I did for them. Even though it's individual, like I didn't pull cards for any couple or duo or just, who would end up with who. No, I didn't do that. But I did got some vibes from some contestants. So let's see how the show ends. But honestly, like, I don't know. I think that I don't know if these people are in that show to be famous, honestly, to be famous, but their ability to seduce and just get a date, and to be flirtatious or to be appealing to the other, like show your personality, show what you got, yeah, it's great that you see that you have a divinatory tool. It's great that you are spiritual, but since we are, in a material realm, can you connect with your senses and not so much with, predictions and I don't know. I don't know what they wanted to achieve out of this. Definitely not for me because I'm not Korean, but in the name of tarot readers, I don't feel represented by the women in the show. The compulsive carpooling, so unattractive. Like, I saw it and I was like, like, if I was a guy, I would be like, oh no, there goes the crazy lady with the cars. I better go and choose someone else. No, I will start this week. Didn't have much time lately, to be honest, but I want to. Oh, that's great. That's great, Fluffy, because probably when you start, you will have available the 6 episodes. Or, even like, it will almost be all uploaded. So if you want to continue, you don't have to wait another week. Or actually forget. And I remember initially the first episodes, I was so excited to watch what's next. Now that it's coming to an end, that is almost like very close, I don't feel I keep watching because I want to know how it's going to end. Who is going to end up with who and who's going to go alone. And also because I love Gabi. Gabi, the woman Street Fighter contestant, the choreographer, La Chica choreographer. She's amazing. She's hilarious. And also the actress that is also in the panel, she's so cute. This actress, I don't remember her name, but she in Goblin, she was Lee Do-wook love interest. She's so cute. Especially to follow the drama you and Hope are talking about, and to see all different readers. Yeah. 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 Also, the other day I shared a link because they had like SBS had like a link where you can guess your animal, like the animals, like the piece of wood that they get with their birth dates and their animals. If you put your birth date, you can also get yours, like virtually, and it sort of gives you a bit, the characteristics. I didn't like mine, but I don't know because when I had to put the date, my birthday, it had the option that it said lunar or solar. So I don't know what they meant with that. And then there's another option. So I don't know. Because I used both different times and they gave me different animals. If I use the solar one, they give me, I believe it says solar face, something like this. It gave me black cow. Yeah, cow. It didn't say the bull of the zodiac. They call it cow. So for me, is the bull in Chinese zodiac. The ox. It didn't say the ox. It said cow. So yeah, I got black cow. And then the other one, the solar option, I believe I got the black rabbit. But I don't know because like if the solar one, it has to do with my animal, the year of my animal. I'm not an ox. I'm not a cow. I'm not an ox. I'm a rat. Yeah, I was born in 85, but I'm a rat because I was born in the first months of 85. So it's still like I enter in the time of the rat. It was still vigent, the rat, wooden rat year. Yeah, I did share it. I actually tagged Hope. I don't think she saw it. But I'm going to share it then in astrology, so you can do yours as well. Yeah, I'm a rat. I'm not an ox. Yeah, I don't have the patience of the ox, so I wouldn't see myself as the ox. I don't feel like I know people that were born in 85, like, and they are oxes, and you can definitely tell that they are so chill. I cannot. I'm so curious, like, oh, you're a dragon? I love dragons. I love them so much. They are my perfect couple. Like, I love dragons. And also they make me feel special. I love them. But cows are cool though. They're sacred in many cultures. Yeah, they are. I definitely admire their temper. I admire them because I'm not. I'm too like. I cannot. Yeah, I love the dragon. I love it. They are my favorite people. Dragon. Yeah, I do have the like they call it the four pillars. Yeah, that makes sense because in the four pillars, I believe I have, yeah, I have rabbit. For the day, I have tiger. Um, and I do have different, I do have different, and yeah, the ear is the wooden rat. Yeah. Yeah, I believe the rabbit one is my time of birth, and the tiger is the day, and then I have another one that maybe that's the cow that they say. It's like it will complete the four. But I try to figure it out, but I don't understand much. I want someone to explain it to me, like a Sahu reader that could explain it in English. Oh, hey Diana. Or Diana. I don't know how to pronounce it. I read it like in Spanish. That's why I say Diana, but maybe it's Diana. Hey Dania. Yes. But yeah, about K dramas, I'm not watching. I'm not watching anything, so I don't know if you guys are. Um, I have been recommended. Is it Mrs. Day and Night? I think that's going to be funny. That's the one that I'm going to. I believe they said that it's on Netflix now. It's available on Netflix. Ah, I get Diana more than my name. Yeah, it's visually it's a bit confusing. Yeah, if I don't look at it, I could be like Diana, but I was watching it, so. I checked a few comebacks, but haven't watched any K dramas lately. I think recommended. Oh, she recommended a Japanese one that I think is going to make me cry, definitely, because it's a Japanese movie, I believe. So it's going to have like some sadness in there. Yeah, I'm sure it will. I watched my sibling romance dating show, as I said, and pair of lonely siblings who are orphans became close with another pair of siblings on the show, and now they hang out in real life. Really? And they also met with those siblings' parents. It's almost like they were adopted. It was a cute turn of events. Yeah, I know a lot of people are talking about my siblings' romance. I know a lot of people are talking about it because I had been following one of the few English speaker that does review of Possessed Love, the dating show of the shamans that I'm watching. And previously she did siblings romance, my siblings romance. And I asked her, I was like, do you recommend this one? Because I'm sort of losing interest in Possessed Love, but at the same time it's only 6 episodes, so it's not that it's going to last a lot of time. But I was looking for something maybe, because I don't know why I don't like dating shows. I don't like dating shows. I think that they lack honesty. Like there's something about it being too, like it's too scripted. It's too scripted. Like some members just make some very questionable decisions that you're like, oh, like, is this for the plot? So I'm like, sometimes they do forget what they are there for. That is to find love or a potential partner. It's like they get fixated on the drama and the issues, and it's like, you are not even giving the best of yourself. Like, instead of fighting others or being just like, you have to focus on the person that you want to attract, on the person that you are like, okay, I like this person. I'm going to conquer that person. Like, how do I do? I need to have my time with that person. I need to show my charms. I need to show, my abilities, how funny I am, how cute I am. But no, it's all about what the others are doing. Oh, and did you hear what the other said? Oh, the other was talking about you. Oh, no, look at the way they... It's like, no, zero confidence, guys, zero confidence. Hey, Haina. It was very cute and different from usual dating shows because it's focused more on the family aspect. Yeah, they do have to deliver some drama. Yeah, someone has to cry. Yeah, because I'm looking at the person and I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe that contestant, they have beautiful bodies, like, everything looks beautiful on them. Yeah, they are the standard of the beauty. But what about personality? Like, I want to know what's on your mind. Like, what is your opinion in life? I don't know, expand a bit. Like, and there's a lot of, this is because maybe for me that I am not Asian, I don't understand their dynamics in groups. It's like everything is about silence, very awkward silence, and just then people jumping into conclusions about like, why is this person looking at me like this, and what they didn't say anything to me, why they got up and leave, and it's all a misinterpretation. Like there's always a misunderstanding because they're not talking. They could have, figured it out if they just talk to each other, but they don't talk. They don't talk. They just... They're beautiful, everything, but the amount of issues that they carry among themselves because they don't express like, I just cannot with the people. Hey, Akira. The only problem was a bit of drama because by one of the men at the end of the show, because as you said, he probably was probably there here to get famous and like the other people. Oh, I believe I saw small clips of him. I think that people hate him really, like because I seen clips dedicated to what he did. So I'm guessing that the guy was really the red flag of the show. He turned out to be a villain and was really hated by Koreans too. Yes, watch the movie I recommended. Okay, Akira, I'm going to hire Netflix again so I can watch. But actually, a real life couple was formed from my siblings' romance, and there was rumor they will even get married, so it's cool. Oh, yes, finally, we reached the goal. A proper connection. If they are just there to get famous, they should join reality shows here. Can you imagine? We have a Big Brother here. Do you guys have it, Akira, in Mexico? Big Brother? People go crazy in the house. Oh, what isolation and the hunger for fame does for people. But I noticed that people, maybe it's because we have people of different generations. For example, you have, I don't know, a millennial, you have a Gen X, and you have the Gen Z. At least here in Argentina, there's a lot of different like ages. And I don't know, I think that for some of them, being inside the house, they really get very violent. They really get very violent. They have a lot of violence, a lot of anger inside of them. And also, they want the protagonism. But I see a lot of, like, I wouldn't want to be locked in a house with those people with anger issues and get into their power dynamic. No, no, just. But they do sound very angry. Like, they have very nasty discussions inside the house. That reminds me of a short Koreans versus, I think it was Americans in an elevator. Okay. Oh no, forget you hire it and then regret it. No, don't do it. No, but I also want to watch, like my friend was recommended to me, that is on Netflix, is Mrs. Day and Night. I want to watch it. She says it's really funny. It existed, but I believe not right now. Right now, La Casa de los Famosos is very popular. La Casa de los Famosos. Yeah, I seen clips of La Casa de los Famosos. It's very popular. I seen it also. I seen it on TikTok. In there's also a lot of drama. A lot of drama. My God, we are so dramatic. We are so dramatic. But yeah, we live for those moments. This is why we sometimes don't, like, at least from my perspective of being a bit like reactionary and expressive, I don't understand when there's tension in a dating show, for example, between Korean contestants, because they just look at each other like with a blank face. They're like this, and they just don't talk. Or sometimes they're just staring on the table or at this, and they just don't interact. Like, they don't resolve issues. They're there. And I wouldn't be able to be that relaxed. I don't know. I'm watching House of the Dragon right now. It's depressing. I'd rather watch a funky drama. I cannot get into House of the Dragon. I don't know why, because I used to love, like, maybe I should, maybe that's because I didn't read the books or there's something that I'm missing. But probably it's because of the BTS, of Game of Thrones. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's that. It's just that I don't get the like from what I've seen, because I did see a few episodes of the first season, there's something going on between the knees and the ankle, right? So I was like, yeah, I can be very open, minded, but I don't know. I also had a bit of an issue with the wigs. Like, I don't know. For me, the one and only will always be Daenerys. Like, I miss so much. Like, I remember Game of Thrones premiere of the episodes, that we would always, like, of course, me and my friends that were all geek, all nerds, we would all get together in someone's house, probably someone that has the biggest TV, and we would all just, gather in there and just like watch the premiere of the episodes. I believe it was on Sunday night. Well, at least in Argentina it was. And it was a whole celebration. It was so nice. Like, I don't think we can ever go back to that. But it was like the comparison of how people in here get together to watch a soccer game. Yeah, it's well done, but definitely not as engaging as Game of Thrones. It's lacking her as well. Yeah, there's something. It's really good, but there's something that you're like, you disconnect a bit, and if you don't keep up, you're like watching it, and you're like, oh. Those Targaryens aren't as cool as Daenerys, that's for sure. Oh no. I think Enamorándonos is making it come back, really. Yeah, we had those days too. It truly brought people together, like football. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Sorry. It was like, for me, it was like so fun because I remember I used to work at the place that we would sell like cell phones, electronic devices, and I would have to be there until the store would close, and normally it would close at 10 p.m. And maybe it was a long day of all day me being standing, and selling products and talking to people and just being so overwhelmed and tired. But I was like, I don't care. Like, I want this Sunday, I want this shift to pass really fast because I'm going to go and see Game of Thrones, like new episodes. So I was like, like I was energized. I was like, I don't care if I finish at 10 p.m. I'm going to go and meet you guys anyways. Like, I'm going with, even if my social battery was running out. I had like 1% of battery, of social battery, but I was like, I have to watch this with all of you because it's not the same watching it alone. So it was a special. It was a special. We didn't know pandemic. It's so interesting, guys, because like I'm thinking that how I was able to meet a lot of people online, got closer because of K-pop, enjoy and get to know more Korean content. But if we think about ourselves before pandemic, like how everything changed, like, and how we are here after all these years, like. I don't know. I think that for me, when they were like, okay, like, lockdown for everyone, everywhere, we were like, okay. Like, we were like, okay. I think that probably humanity also was needed that break. You know that. Okay, yeah, let's do the quarantine, the lockdown free. Like, let's do it for. Do you want us to say 3 months and then we come back? Okay, I remember it was like this. Like, oh yeah, of course I'm not going to go to work because you know the COVID and everything. And I remember that the months would pass and what we initially saw as an opportunity to be at our houses, then we were like, okay, a month has passed, 2 months has passed, 3 months have passed, and nothing was going back to normal right away. Things were getting tense. Like, how did we survive that? How, like, I don't know. I think that we all lived in automatic. Like, and thank God for the internet, because, you know, being alone is not good. I finished high school like that. It was like, you know, when you're like, okay, like, it's amazing how we humans can adapt. But I remember the day that they were announced that they were closing stores and everything. I believe it was March the 14th. I pulled a card, and that card was the tower. That card was the tower. It was like, it was like, we will never be the same. We will not go back to normal, like we both thought, you know, like give it 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and we will be going out. No, we had to rebuild ourselves. Okay, I'm going to let you know, guys, who I have on my list. I have, okay, the dynamic of the tarot reading with the concept of first date with them. I have ATEEZ Mingi, I have 17 Wonwoo, and I have Jeonghan of 17 as well. I have BTS JK and ENHYPEN Sunoo, TXT Taehyun, and twice Jeongyeon. Please, Akira, can you type again? How can I pronounce Jeongyeon's name better, please? Why I always struggle with remembering how to pronounce her name. Yeah, Jeongyeon. Ah, okay, Jeongyeon. Thank you. Yeah, because the J's are. Yeah, the J's actually are my perdition. First date, Akira. how they would behave or act in a first date. Wait, I'm going to, no. Is it better like this? Yeah, I guess it's better like this. Just sometimes I forget how I pronounce J. Yeah, I think that it's not just the J's. Probably it's the double the Y. The Y is the most. Yeah, because I want to read it like literally, you know, like this is why when I see her name, I want to read it like literally, like Jeong, Jeong, Jeong. And no, it's Jeongyeon, Jeongyeon, Jeongyeon. We are not made for this. We read everything literal. Yes, we are not made for this. Definitely. My hair is crazy with the humidity. It's so crazy. Like there's a part that is. Okay, I'm going to start with ATEEZ Mingi. First date with ATEEZ Mingi. How he would behave. I have to remember the suits on this deck because I often see the colors and I'm like, what is this? Okay. Okay. For Mingi of ATEEZ, we have 2 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, and 4 of Wands. And then from the Oracle, the Romance Oracle, we have Illusion. It says, you will recover the illusion to love again. So yeah, I think that probably a first date with Mingi, it can have its ups and downs energetically, I would say. I think that he is a guy that probably he gets very nervous on the first dates. He gets very nervous. I think that there's something about him feeling like he's not good enough. I wonder if I don't know, I think that even getting ready for a date, I can sort of see him like having an issue with what he's going to wear. Where are you going to meet? if it has to do with money, like even him being like, okay, let's meet in this place, like, and him thinking like, is this a good place? Did I make a good reservation? Is this fancy enough? Is this good enough? I think that he feels very nervous. He feels very nervous initially. He's not that confident. And probably in the first moments of the encounter, it can seem like he doesn't want to be there. It can actually be a bit awkward. Probably him not saying much, or it's really hard to get a proper conversation with him. Also, starting with the Two of Pentacles, there could be also a change of plans. You know, him initially being like, yeah, let's go, let's do this, and then, you know, the time it has come, and he's having doubts. You know, he's like, oh, is the plan still up? Are we going to meet? Don't you want to cancel? Like, are you busy? Like, I think that he just feels very nervous. He is, and probably there's something about, because I have a lot of pentacles here. Then I have a Four of Wands that is very happy. It's like the energy at the end of the near the end of the evening. It gets happier, and probably he gets on a better mood and is able to enjoy the company of the other person, and actually, you know, building a sort of report or a very funny atmosphere. Probably if there's some dancing involved, or if he can be able to just, like, you know, do something fun with the partner, move their bodies a bit instead of being seated down eating. There's something about him just, probably he gets very nervous being in a like, for example, in a restaurant, because he worries about money. He worries about money. It's really weird. Like, he has the feeling of like, oh, this is not fancy enough. Is this too fancy for a date? Like, he has a lot of doubts. And also, I think that with the Five of Pentacles, here in this deck, the keyword is feeling alone. So probably, you know, Mingi is someone that, he's a very complex man, because probably inside he does have a lot of inner dialogue with himself, and you probably feel like he's not communicating that much. You see that he's nervous. Probably the person is nervous as well, but he is caught up in that alone time. You know, like okay, yeah, this is my struggle. I struggled. Maybe he struggles socially. And it feels like something that he has to, this awkwardness, he has to go through this alone. And it's going to happen in the middle of the meeting or the gathering. But then we have the Four of Wands that it says joy and stability. So as long as you get him to move and you guys do a plan that probably is a bit much more like uplifting and fun. Wait, guys, I want to see if my cat is my cat. She's scratching the door. This is why I'm. Because I locked the door so she cannot come. As long as she doesn't meow, we are. Yeah, Luna. Wait. Yeah, she wants to be with me. And I'm going to get her. I'm back, I'm back. She is back. Yeah. she, she's bathing. I don't know if you can. She's bathing herself. She's giving herself a bath. Luna's in the house. Yeah, she's taking over the whole protagonism. See, it's all about her. It's all about her. Anyway, she don't like ignore the part of her fur because she's so dirty. Today she was rolling around the dirt in the garden. So she's all in here, she has dirt. Okay. So yeah, I definitely see some like I don't wait. Like I don't see much like happy vibes. I actually probably his Virgo Venus gets in the way of fun at first. Yeah, he tends to get a bit anxious about. I don't know. Maybe he gets anxious with the planning. You know, there's something about the planning that he's like, you know, I don't know how to do this. Like, am I choosing correctly? You know, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think that at the end he's able to have fun because we have the card of the Four of Wands, joy and stability. I think that at the end he's able to build a good chemistry with the person that he is in this first date with. But probably he can get a bit anxious at the beginning and you can be like, is this the first time that you do this? Because it shows. It shows that it shows a lack of experience. And I think that this is not lack of experience, but I think that he gets too much into the details. Maybe the other person is not noticing something odd, but for him it's like, did I choose right? Is this good enough? Like, but also with illusion, probably, you know, also he's someone that he has a lot of illusions, like, and he says, you will recover the illusion to love again. So I think that also he probably tends to be a bit like thinking the worst scenario possible with his illusion, you know, like probably his mind tends to daydream about like, oh, this is going to go wrong, or you know, there's going to be a misunderstanding, you're not going to get this on time, there's going to be an inconvenience, you know. He gets a bit sensitive about this, about the material matters of things, you know. Yeah, I do feel him very insecure at the beginning, and I think that it could be easier to resolve if he just asked for help. Or if he could just talk to their partner and be like, you know, this is my first time here. Do you know how to do this? Because I don't. or I don't know, have patience with me because this is my first time coming here. I think that he just endures the pressure alone, and yeah. Okay, I'm going to continue with 17 Wonwoo. Another Cancer idol. It's kind of cute if he finds a partner that's understanding and is willing to help him out and reassure him. Yeah, but it's going to be very noticeable that he's nervous, that he's focused on that, you know, that he cannot, initially, that he cannot let go of this feeling of like, should we do this? Should we postpone this? You know, probably if he's with someone that is so indecisive, they will postpone the first date for a while. Because I can sort of see him like, and it's not that he doesn't want to see the person, it's that probably he worries about things that probably the person just wants to see him, you know, and he's like, no, but it has to be in this place with these accommodations, I don't know, or it has to be this fancy, you know, probably he wants to give something fancy. Maybe at the moment he doesn't get the reservation that he wants, you know, so he gets frustrated because of material, mundane reasons, you know. This is also a reflect of how maybe a bit unstable he feels inside when he has to have a first date, you know. It's his own anxiety. Oh, Wonwoo is reverse sun and moon as Mingi. Oh, Cancer, Sun, Leo, moon. Yeah, I love Wonwoo. Okay, he got Free of Swords. The Free of Swords the other day came out a lot. 9 of Pentacles and the Hermit, sick. That is also a number 9. And he got the card of manipulation. He says, for someone to manipulate you, there has to be someone to be, for someone to manipulate, there has to be another person that wants to be manipulated. So, yeah, I think that honestly, Wonwoo sounds like the typical Cancer man because with sadness and isolation, probably he doesn't like to go out that much. Probably he struggles a bit with the idea of like, okay, I have to have this with this person and I don't know how I'm going to do this. It makes me anxious. I don't know because I don't want to get out of my shell. I feel a bit troubled by this. I think that he just he sometimes goes through this very, very, I would say, pessimist vibe. Also, he got the Hermit, so he's a very complex individual. I think that definitely he struggles with how comfortable he feels in isolation. Probably he's very used to being by himself. That when he has to think about like, okay, I have to get this person into our first date, I think that he probably has a lot of inner conflict about like, okay, if it was up to me, we would probably meet at my house. Because I think that also the Three of Swords, that here is a sadness and isolation. I think that there's something about maybe he fears going out in the public. You know, there's something about him having a sadness, you know, feeling worried, feeling hurt, feeling maybe there's something traumatic about, you know, maybe him fearing being seen, people getting into his personal business, or people, you know, sort of like invading his personal space or invading his privacy. You know, I think that he has a lot of fears, and he's like, I wish I wouldn't have to do this. And if I have to do this, I would prefer for us to not go out because I would be stressed the whole evening. I would be stressed the whole time, and I would feel, and he would be acting very insecure, and he would be acting just very sad. Just it's not just about him not having the spirit or the excitement to be there. I think that he also would show a lot of fear. So, or maybe even he would struggle a bit mentally. He could get nervous even. Um, Even like a panic attack or something like that, because I don't know what happened to this man. With did he ever have like a dating room or something like that? Because I don't know, thinking about first date, this this sounds very very tragic for a first date. And also I put the card right away, but wait, he got the card of manipulation as well. So I think that he could also try to convince his date to not go out. It's like, let's do this secretly. Let's not expose ourselves. In the middle, we have the Nine of Pentacles that it says well-deserved reward. So definitely, I think that he would make, he would make his date feel like he would sort of give her a reward, or he would give the person something meaningful, something special. Definitely have like making this person have the time of their lives. I think that he definitely loves to make his person or his date to feel like like you are the most beloved, and he probably would buy something very nice, something expensive for this person to make them feel like you really are my priority. Like, my priority is for you to have a good time, but at the same time it's like, please be patient with my status. Like, I cannot go out just like a random person and go on dates, because with well-deserved reward, I can sort of see him being like asking this person to be patient, and it's like, maybe I cannot get you out to these very fancy restaurants or to these very popular places, because I cannot go in there, but I will make it worth it. I will buy you something meaningful, or I will give you the reward for your patience. But at the same time, with the card of manipulation, definitely there's a feeling of him having a control over where they're going to meet, when they're going to meet, and how they're going to meet. So definitely, like, he feels very strong in this reading. Like, it's not so much about what the other person wants to do. It's more about him just having some precautions before doing this. Because definitely, if it doesn't happen with these kind of measures, he would feel very bad in the whole experience. Like, he would feel very bad, even a bit ill, because he would be worried. And also with the card of the Hermit, see, the keyword is sick. So definitely he is also probably, he is a loner. He is someone that he, probably shows his best version when he is in a very private setting and where he feels secure, probably in his house. There's something about me thinking like, okay, let's meet at my house, like in my territory, in here, in the intimacy of my home. I feel like we can have the best time for now, because honestly, like, I cannot give you something else. This is this is how I live my life. And probably he's a very private person. He's very private. Like, the good thing is that the waiting that you put for him, if you wait for him, if you sort of like get used to having meetings like this with him or having days like this in the anonymatus, is going to pay off, because he loves to spoil his partner. So definitely he's going to be very generous. I can see the money in there. Yeah, that Hermit card gives me such a good vibe. It's so green, yes. It's so positive. Okay. I'm going to continue with his teammate, Jeonghan, 17 Jeonghan. Definitely Jeonghan is a bit much more rebellious, his energy, so it seems, because we start with the tower that it says rebuild. We have the death card that it says rebirth, rebuild and rebirth. And we have the Seven of Swords that the keyword is seek the truth. And see the duality? Seek the truth. And we have the from the oracle we have the card of light. And in here there's a lot of lights also in these cards. It says you carry a light into the situation when you recognize that information is missing. Wait. Yeah, there's something about it, and also with the Seven of Swords. I don't know why. I feel because the keyword is seek the truth as well, and here with the keyword of light is like somehow advising him to bring light to a situation, but you do bring that light when you recognize that you miss information, that you are missing information, that you don't have the whole picture. So. His cards, the major arcana, are very strong here. With the card of the tower, the death card, and the seek the truth, I think that why do I feel that Jeonghan would put in his first date, he would put this person to the test. I think that he would probably, I don't know, maybe also with the tower and the death card, probably he would put, I don't know if he would invite this person to these games or to these sort of dates that you have to use your mind a lot, or you have to play a game, or you have to, maybe these games are also very, very shocking, you know, that they can surprise you, or and I think that he wants to get this person into, I don't know why I feel like he wants to get this person's heart race. Like there's something about like him sort of putting a lot of instability in a situation. Like, oh, let's ride this roller coaster. Like, oh, let's go here. Oh, let's enter this haunted mansion. Something like this, you know. So these things that would actually make you feel a bit like so very nervous. Like, where are you taking me? And definitely, I think that he would love to do that, because with the tower and the death card, there's something about him just wanting to see the person for who they really are. So somehow he's like, yeah, seeking the truth. He's like seeking the truth, but he's like, for me to see the real you, I have to put you to a test. I sort of have to give you an adrenaline rush. I have to put you in a very uncomfortable situation. Where, I don't know, I feel like there's not going to be much privacy or romanticism. Probably there's going to be other people as well playing as well. So it could be like a date, but with a group of people, with a lot of activities and a lot of noises and different, like very stimulate, a lot of stimulation, like a lot of lights and just movement and everything being so psychedelic. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Yes, interrogation mode. But I think that he does this because definitely he wants to put light. He wants to put light. And also, if you see this, seek the truth. See how he's tearing apart, this person is tearing apart the duality. He's like, I want to see the real you. So the way we can see each other is just doing these very wild and unexpected things. We are going to do them. I want to see you scream. Like, it's so scary. But I think that for him it's fun. For him it's like, I love this. I love this. I actually had a lot of fun just watching you freak out. I think it's great. I think it's great. Now you're going to show me your real you. So probably if you're going to go on a date with this guy, I wouldn't advise you to go all dressed up. Because I think that he's going to take you to a very like wild place. So I will go prepare. I will go like, you know, with very sport gear or camping gear, like something like this, you know, carry a lantern, like, you know, he's so wild. But I think that he just loves to do this. He loves to do this. For him, it's a way to bond with his partner. It's like, you know, if you are like, I want to feel your heart race. So if you are so like, he thinks like, oh, this is great, you know, like I love it. I love your, you know, your endurance, how you were able to, you were able to go through all this in a date. And actually, I want to see if you want to go out with me again. And if you don't want to see me again, then thank you. You just confirmed what I already suspected of you, that you are not the person for me, or you are a fake person, or at least not his type. Yes. Yes. He's so wild. He's so wild. He makes me laugh. But he's like, I want to see you, like, he wants to shake your foundations, you know, he wants to be like all just scary and unexpected and be like, I want to see how you manage, how do you transit this? Let's play this game. What would you do in an apocalypse? You know? Let's do a yes, he sounds like fun, yeah. But I don't know, I can picture him just, you know, remaining with his poker face, like, you know, him just being, looking like an angel, you know, all beautiful, but doing this. I'm bothered. He's so cute. He's just fun. Yes, he's so fun. Okay, I'm going to continue with BTS JK. BTS JK. First date with BTS JK. How he would behave. First date. BTS JK. And I want to let you know, guys, again, this clarification, I do not read for BTS members while they are in the military. I'm only doing this reading for JK because this is an oracle reading. This is not about him reading about his future or what's available. This is more like a dynamic, it's more about, you know, archetypes, so it's not guessing his future. So this is why I'm taking the request of him as a BTS member that is in the military. Because I don't read for idols that are in the military still. I wait for them to come back. Okay. JK. Okay. For JK, we have the Six of Wands that it says believe and succeed. And it's purple. It's purple. Two of Swords, refuse to see. And we have the Justice, detach. And from the Oracle, we have the card of past lives. Past lives, it says, your new love is someone that you already know. So this is a message for JK. But really for him, because we know that JK is a dreamer, like it's not that we know, we don't claim we know him. But it seems energetically that, you know, he believes in past lives, probably he believes in soulmates, or he believes, you know, when you meet that person that you know, is aligned with your own energy. And he probably gets a deja vu. Every time he's on a first date with someone, he has to feel this past life connection, feeling like I already been here with this person, even though I never been here. Like he has to have this feeling, this deja vu. He has to feel it. He has to be like stuck in time where you're like, oh, I believe I already went through this. And he has to have that with that person that he's on the first date with. Or maybe this is how he decides he's going to have a first date with this person. But yeah, we have this, and I think that this is a kind of reading that is very JK coded, because this is not the first time that I read for JK and I get these cards of success, being victorious, or just showing a lot of confidence and actually like feeling like he is a very successful, like for example in the first date we have the keyword of believe and succeed. So definitely for JK to have a date, I think that for him, he probably gets very much involved in the process. He chooses the place, you know, he decides, okay, where, when, how I want it. So definitely he gets the best of the best when it has to do with, you know, giving this partner, you know, a good experience, a good first date, you know, and also he feels so satisfactory, like he feels so satisfied inside, because he's like, you know, like I got a good deal out of this, you know. And probably this being successful, it doesn't have to do with JK being like, oh, I spent a lot of money to go to this fancy place. No, I think that for him, success has to do with him, I don't know, having maybe an original idea of how he wants to spend the time with the person, like especially on the first date, that is all about like first, like, you know, it's not about first impressions, but it's like, okay, like I want to show you what I have available for you, what I prepare for you, you know. And he definitely wants also to make the person feel special. And he is very successful in this, because I think that he is able to get the place, the location, the team, like the way he wants to, the way he wants to. And probably he has some very like original ideas about like what kind of date. It's not the typical. It's not that he's going to go to a restaurant and be like, okay, shut the place down because I'm going to come here with a special someone. No, he probably does something different. Something that is also probably has to do with them doing something physically, you know, that it has to do with them having fun, maybe them, I don't know, also getting into some kind of game, that it has to do with them moving their bodies, not so much like sit down and just like let's eat and stare at each other. I think that if we start with the ones, definitely it has to do with competition, maybe showing off a bit. Like, okay, let's compete with each other, let's play this game together, and the winner, I don't know, gets this. But I definitely can see him like orchestrate all of this, and definitely he lets the person win, of course. He doesn't claim the winning. But the Two of Swords and the Justice, definitely it shows how, as the date goes by, it seems like his initial confidence sort of gets a bit clouded by invasive thoughts. I think that he probably has a lot of fun with someone, but then he starts to be like, oh, why am I like this? Or, I'm having some doubts, like, does this person really like me? Or are they with me because, I successfully offer this great time for them? And are they with me because, I did this for them, or I got this present for them? So he's like, this was so much fun, but will they keep the same interest in me, or will they get bored of me eventually? I think that with the Two of Swords and the Justice, there's something about him probably showing in the beginning of the date, he's showing himself very energetic, very happy to be there, and probably he feels very playful, and he just feels very excited and cannot wait to get this person into this very specific date. But then once the sort of the time passes, he then begins to wonder, like, am I doing okay? Like, am I giving enough? I think that there's a duality also with the Justice, that he's like, am I giving enough, and am I receiving enough? Or am I doing all of this, and maybe I'm overwhelming the other person with all this attention, or with all these great idea, or I don't know. I think that he can start very confident, and then he starts overthinking. Like, is this okay? Is this good enough? Like, also JK also is very dual. He has his insecurities, but he is a great beginner of the date. He's like a very fun person. He's like very excited to be there, and to also to hang out and just like to be with you, but doing very energetic things. But then he starts doubting, But I think that, honestly, the Two of Swords and the Justice card, probably it has to do with maybe the date gets a bit boring. Maybe the date gets a bit boring. Or maybe the person that he initially invited, he had a lot of hopes about, like, okay, like, I really like this person. I think that we can get along very well. But then, the more he hangs out with them, the more he notices that probably the person is not that. It's not about being exciting, but I think that probably their personalities are not that, I don't know how to say, energetic. I can sort of see them being a bit cold and detached and sensitive, and maybe they also stay quiet after, the games and the fun and everything. Like, yeah, initially it's great, but then the day gets a bit awkward at the end, near the end. It's like both of them don't have much to say, and he also starts like doubting, and he starts like losing a bit of interest, because he's like, I thought this person was going to be more fun. I mean, they said that they like these sort of activities. They said that they had this hobby. This is why I brought them here. But I'm starting to see that maybe they lied to me because they didn't play, they didn't get that much involved, and also probably the person doesn't talk that much. And it's like JK has this sort of like weird feeling of I have to entertain them because otherwise the date is going to get very boring. So he probably also with the justice is like, okay, I guess this person is not, there's something about this person being like, oh yeah, you like basketball. I love basketball. I play it all the time. And then he's like, okay, yeah, on this date, let's do this activity. Let's do this because remember that you said that you like this. And maybe this person just said it so they can sort of like, I don't know, get him to like them initially, so to sound more interesting. I think that then he's like, this person is not who they say they were. Actually, they are not that interesting. Poor JK, probably he must meet a lot of people like this. That they are all like, his soulmates. They are all, and also because probably there's a lot of information about him online, or maybe people do some research and they're like, okay, what kind of woman does he like? And if they meet him, they all have these traits, or they adopt these sort of things to attract him. And then, he starts to see like, they lied to me. Like, I think that they are all fakers. Yeah, I think that they fake to be his ideal type. But if you don't like, you need to interact with them to see it. But then he's like, and because he has the two of swords, he's trying to be polite about it. He's trying to not be like, oh, like you're so boring, like you are not who you said you were. But eventually he does get it. He does get it. He tries to ignore it. He's like, no, maybe I'm just me being, a bit sensitive. Maybe they are not in the mood today. Poor JK. Okay, I'm going to continue with ENHYPEN Sunoo. Another one that got past lives. He also got past lives. Okay. For Sunoo, we have the Three of Pentacles, reach out. We have the Seven of Wands, that the keyword is choose your battles. And then we have the Death card, release. And yeah, past lives, that it says, your new love is someone that you already know. So probably he also believes in soulmate, or he is just very romantic like that. I think that yeah, definitely for Sunoo, I get a lot of like resistance because he had the Seven of Wands, so I get him a bit resistant. Probably I wouldn't be like, oh, he is the one that organizes the first date. With the Three of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, sorry, I think that I can sort of see him like, him organizing this with the person that he's going to go on a date with. Both of them. Or maybe both of them and someone else in the middle. Because I see teamwork. So there's something about him probably, initially he doesn't propose it himself. It's like he doesn't take care of this. I can sort of see someone else do it. Maybe his date, because the keyword is reach out. So I sort of see him like seated very comfortably, just sitting very patiently, you know, and other people just like, I don't know, just deciding the place maybe and being like, okay, let's go here. You know, I know a place. Let's do this. This is fun. Let's do this for our first date. You know, I have an idea. I can sort of see him just being laid back a bit. I don't see him like just organizing, at least not in this aspect, in this part of his life. Maybe when he's older, he can be much more proactive. But actually, like, I can sort of see him patiently just watching other people resolve this, especially the details about like where and how. Do idols know how to book things? Because I don't know why I get the vibe that there's something about them fearing like I don't want to mess up when I'm sort of ordering something or when I'm booking something. Why do they freak out on the, it's like let the others do it, I don't want to do it. But also the Seven of Wands and the Death card. I think that Sunoo is very interesting. I feel a lot of defensiveness from him. Definitely with the Death card, I think that initially he can show a bit of resistance. You know, him probably, yeah, letting the other person do the planning probably. And him being like, yeah, I will join, yeah, I will go. It sounds like a job reunion. Like, yeah, I have this schedule and you happen to be there. So yeah, probably he would have a first date that he has to do also with his workplace or near his workplace, or it has to do with some schedule of his, because it sounds like everything is tangled together. But also the Seven of Wands, I think that he probably is so shy. He's so shy. I see the walls. I feel it, the defensiveness of him. But we have the Death card, so definitely when the date is over, he's finally able to release control, to release expectations. Maybe at the beginning, he's like, I'm not sure if I'm going to enjoy this date, or I'm not sure if I'm going to do well, because I'm actually not sure if I want to do this. But at the end of the experience, he transforms himself so much. He is like, he gets rid of all these negativity, I would say. You know, like he can get also a bit pessimist. He can get a bit like, yeah, like, I don't know if you and I are going to get along, or I don't know if this is going to be fun. I don't know. I think that probably the date is the one that is more interested in making this happen, more than him. I can sort of see it. I see him being like from a place of like, yeah, we will meet, I guess. Yeah, thank you. But with the Death card, I think that it also has to do that probably Sunoo is a man that it takes a while for him to open up in a date. Probably he is very tough to get to know. There's a bit of resistance from him. There's a bit of like, yeah, like I'm here, like I'm doing this with you. But yeah, don't get your hopes up, because yeah, I'm just being nice. But then at the end, he realizes that he had more fun than what he expected. That actually this date was very successful. And he probably gets rid of all these walls and of all these limitations that he puts. He probably energetically, he protects himself a lot. Probably, he doesn't say that much. He doesn't open up that much. you know. But at the end, he's able to release this fear. He fears being seen, or he fears, you know, to show much more interest in the person initially. He's like, I better reserve myself because I don't know about this person. I don't want them to think that I like them more. So he tries to, you know, act like all proper and cool and like, yeah, I'm not touched by this. Yeah, this is all part of an arrangement that we had, you know. But then he shows that actually he enjoyed this. He enjoyed it, and he was able to let the guards down. But yeah, he's very tough. He's a very tough guy. Mm, mm, yeah. Then, then Fluffy, I'm going to share with you another thing that I saw on TikTok about, you know, things that sound similar. I'm going to share it then with you. Yeah, he is charming, but he has his guards so much, so much. Also, he seems a bit combative. I don't know, maybe his moon is in Aries, because he sounds a bit combative. He sounds a bit like there's something defensive. He's so defensive. Even though he's smiling at you, he's so defensive. Okay, TXT Taehyun. Talking about defense, about, you know, Martian energy. We start for TXT Taehyun. We have 5 of Wands, that it says challenging times, the defensiveness. 5 of Cups, change your focus, and again the 3 of Pentacles, reach out. And we have the card of manipulation. That in here it says, for someone to manipulate, there has to be another person that wants to be manipulated. Yeah, the energy feels very, just like Mingi. It's very similar to Mingi. It's very, like, contradictory. It seems that he wants to be in this state, he wants to go on this date, but he's super insecure. He's so insecure. He's so conflicted. He's so conflicted. Because I think that in order for him to go on a date, he has to fight people. Or maybe he has an argument. Before going, he had an argument with someone. So I think that definitely, I don't know why, maybe for him going on this date with a special someone is a very important and something that he really wants to do. But because we start with the 5 of Wands, that it says challenging times, probably, you know, he can go through some challenges to go on this date. You know, he can have, like, got in the middle of an argument with someone and he gets on the bad mood before going. So or maybe he had a reservation, or maybe he made some plans, but someone changed his plans, you know, and sort of it affected this first date. So I think that for him is a mix of I'm angry and at the same time I'm already used to, that what I want, it always gets spoiled. You know, the five of cups, it's also like, you know, feeling a bit defeated, you know, feeling a bit sad. Like, why always me? Why every time I want something for myself and I want to do this to feel good, something bad happens, you know? But also here, the keyword is change your focus. Definitely, the keyword is much more like, you know, uplifting, and also I think that is very fitting. In this case, you know that I usually don't agree with this deck and some keywords that it has, because it sounds very simplistic. But I want to show you this before. Um, Always when you want to find a card, it's in the back of the deck, I'm sure. What, did I miss it? Here. In here, the card says change your focus. That is like, okay, things can go wrong, but you know, you should focus your attention on the brighter side. You know, do not get dwelling on the like, oh, this is wrong, oh, this is awful, oh, I don't like this, oh, always me. Like, you know, if we notice this in the Five of Cups in the Rider Waite, we see this person like also looking at the cups that are like, you know, they are spilled, you know, the cups that are empty. But behind the person, we have still two cups standing. And probably the cups have, like, are filled, you know, they are not empty. But because the person is more focused, like their language, their body language is more focused on like what he had lost. He cannot see that he still has the ability to, you know, to potentially see, like, gain something, some emotional healing or recovery from this, if he can change that focus. Like, don't only focus on the what went wrong, you also have more opportunities over here. This is why when I see change your focus, it sort of makes sense. And it's very interesting because I think that the other card is the Three of Pentacles, that it says reach out. So definitely when we see the five, when we see like this, we see change your focus. It's like get out of this, you know, very sad and pessimistic view of like, oh, this is ruined, or they ruined my date. You know, whenever I want to go out with my special someone, something happens that people want to, you know, trigger my you know, my anger, or they want to make me, you know, lose my temper. But again, you have, you know, and also the keyword is reach out. You can reach out to your date and be like, you know, this happened to me, I had this issue, but nevertheless, like, you know, I'm reaching out to you because I still want to see you and I want to make the most of this date. Even though it can start with some obstacles initially, you know, and him actually feeling very moody and affected by this. But if he asks for help to his date, you know, this person and him, both of them, can make this experience worthwhile. You know, so definitely I think that yeah, he needs the help of his partner to get out of this very, I would say there's something about him probably, you know, when someone ruins your day or they ruin your mood and you're upset. You don't want to see people. You're upset because you're like, this is not going the way I want to. He probably had something prepared and this was interrupted. So instead of just taking it personally, you know, just make the most of this with your date. And probably this also shows how maybe the person that he goes on the first date also has to be someone that understands the way of life, you know, his lifestyle. This has to be someone that is also very like someone that is very realistic, I would say. Someone that could also be much more realistic than him, you know, very grounded person, someone that could be like, okay, like, it's okay, we will make it anyways. Like, we will rearrange this, we will work this, we will fix this, you know, like he definitely needs someone that is like this partner that collaborates, you know, to sort of make the most of this first date that probably initially can have a lot of like interruptions and him actually feeling very upset, like emotionally, him feeling like, I had enough of these people doing this to me, interrupting my free time or interrupting my personal affairs. You know, he definitely is someone that he feels like these things are done on purpose, that every time he wants to do something for himself, they always make it difficult when it's for him. And also with the card of manipulation, you know, this is the same. For someone to be manipulated, there has to be someone that is willing to manipulate. So I think that also, you know, there's something about probably Taehyun, if you don't have to get, it's like you have to be a great listener. If he has drama or if he has an argument with someone, it's like you can listen to him, but don't get caught up in his words, because there's something about him manipulating with this. It's like he tells you his side of the story, but he doesn't tell you what led him to this, or that probably he didn't plan ahead, he didn't communicate effectively, he didn't organize well. You know, there's something about, there's a bit of responsibility from his part as well. It's not that these people ruin his life on purpose, like all the time. But I think that there's also something about him, probably, you know, maybe remembering things at the last time, at the last minute, and sort of wanting to manipulate a bit what happened. You know, it's like, oh no, you know, I came late because I had an argument with this and this and this. So it's like the partner has to be very quick, very smart to not get caught up in his side of the story. It's like, you can be like understanding and be like, okay, I understand you had a bad day, you don't like when things change, you don't like when you're interrupted, I understand, we will make the most of this today, we will have fun. But at the same time, it's like, don't get too much on his side, because somehow there's something about him not organizing himself well. So this is why these things happen, because he's not clear about his plans. He probably says it, he throws a word here and there, oh yeah, I have this thing on this day, but he doesn't ask properly. Like, there's something about him omitting certain information, and then he gets upset when people forget. So he is like, you know, don't buy his, it's like, you know, listen to him, but don't get caught up in his sad story of how everyone is ruining his date. I swear, yeah, this is the feeling that I got the most. But I don't know why. I think that Taehyun, especially TXT Taehyun, he gets upset and he blames everyone. It's like, oh, these people, you know, like. But actually, a bit of responsibility he does have. Because there's moments where he thinks that everyone is a sidekick and everyone has the ability to remember every little thing he has said. He has thrown in the air like this, a comment that he said like this just randomly. And sometimes when you have an important date or an important event, you have to give notice of this, you know, you have to ask, you know, a long, like prior, weeks prior. Probably you have to send an email, you know, you have to do the whole protocol to get that day or that you need, the free day or whatever, you know. But he doesn't do the whole protocol. He probably starts it, but then he doesn't, and that's where miscommunication and confusion happens. So the character of manipulation is like, don't believe 100% the things that he tells you. Is like he can manipulate the narrative a bit, especially when he's upset. Because he's not that he's only upset at the people interrupting him, he's also upset at himself because he probably forgot or he probably did something wrong. Hello. Okay. I'm going to continue with twice Jeongyeon. That's me. If you don't remember something I said 5 years ago, I always expect you to remember a plight maybe 3 days ago. Yeah, he's sort of like, he's like, but I told you that I needed this thing. Yeah, but you needed to submit something, you know, a paper, like a document. Okay, twice Jeonghyun. Jeonghyun. Twice Jeonghyun. A date with twice Jeonghyun. Oh, I got a card of wedding. Is Jeongyeon getting married? Is she thinking about marriage? I see it seriously here. I see it serious. I see a commitment. I can see her sort of getting a husband. Okay, for Jeonghyun, we have Seven of Pentacles, awaiting results, Ace of Wands, new vitality, and Four of Swords. Just breathe. And wedding. It says, this relationship will lead to marriage. So probably, I mean, I think that this is her, maybe she really is a bit traditional, and also I think that she's a very romantic person. So probably she goes on dates thinking like, am I going to enjoy this date so much that this person is going to be the one that I'm going to end up marrying? You know, there's something very like wishful about this. You know, it's like I go on dates with this sentiment of like as if I was going to marry this person. Because this shows her level of commitment. This definitely shows her level of like she takes dates very seriously, and she gives her best like her best version. You know, she definitely also. The Seven of Pentacles also lets me know that she probably puts a lot of details, like she works a lot to make this date the most memorable. Probably I don't know why, does she cook homemade meals? Does she cook homemade meals? Does she make food herself? Because I can sort of see her preparing a few meals, natural, and just like, you know, putting a lot of herself in every little detail that she does to go on this date. And I feel like it's very natural, like it's not, oh, let's go to this fancy place. I think that she prefers to go on this very, I don't know why I feel like outdoors, you know, on let's go outside, like let's go. But, you know, when I say outside, this is not about like let's go sit somewhere, because we have the Ace of Wands that it says new vitality. So probably the girl is very competitive. And also I think that I can see her sort of also doing some kind of physical activity, or probably playing some games, exercising. You know, I can sort of climbing a mountain. I don't know. I can sort of see her just getting very you know, motivated, really. Like, I see her very passionately. I don't see her like, you know, just being like, okay, I want to be seated here and you just serve me. Like, let's enjoy food. No, I see her actually like, for example, going on a road trip, like something that feels like that she has to put the effort to make things. It's like, I have to create this with my hand. I have to create this, and then it's like I have to assemble this, and then I have to disassemble it. Like, I have to like create it and then destroy it and then start all over. Something like this. It's all about like physical labor, I would say, and a lot of willpower. And I can sort of see like also her date being someone that is very much into, you know, being this productive. You know, it's someone that matches her energy as well. It's not like she's going to be like going around here and there just serving the food, and the guy is just, or the person is going to be like this, you know, waiting for her to finish and just put everything. No, the person is going to collaborate. And also, I think that the Four of Swords that it says just breathe. I think that for her, after, you know, she sort of sees the results of all her work. She probably sees also that there's a lot of excitement in the reading, and not in the reading, in the date. You know, that a lot of things are going accordingly to what was planned, and they are actually doing things together. They are moving. You know, they're walking or they're running. I don't know. With the Four of Swords that it says just breathe, I think that it calms her anxiety. She is able to just stop thinking when she is involved in this kind of date, or in this kind of first date. It's like she is so busy, she's so invested in everything that she has to do with this date, that she doesn't have a single invasive thought in her head, you know, because she doesn't have to worry about like, okay, how do I look right now? Or, okay, what is he thinking of me? Okay, why is he looking at me like this? Is he bored of me? Like, am I boring you? Like, no, because both of them are so busy together. You know, they're doing something that requires a lot of energy. So she doesn't have to. I think that she would actually feel very uncomfortable being in a date with someone that is just the two of them just sitting and just sitting in front of each other, like across the table, and looking at each other like this. I think that she, you know, her anxiety would pick like, no, 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 no. She needs to move. She needs to move, definitely. Her energy, and actually I see her being very athletic, being like, it makes her feel better. You know, she just doesn't want to sit there and just being served by others, you know. Mm, mm. Yeah, but she's so committed and so, and she's so like so committed to making everything, like everything that she does for the others, it talks about her. You know, every little detail that she does, it talks about how much she cares, because she's someone that she definitely cares. She's not going to go on a date if she doesn't care for the person, if she doesn't like the person. Like, she has to feel like, this is why I don't see her going on a blind date. I don't see him like you setting her up with someone and her being like, oh, okay, I will go and be with this stranger. No, I think that she needs to be comfortable. She needs to have a few conversations with the person first, you know, like, especially about being honest and open, because I believe that she's very straightforward with the person that she likes. So she sort of needs to be sure that the person gets her honesty and how productive she is, but at the same time how caring she is. And it's like, if you don't want this from me, it's like, don't make me waste my time. Like, if you are not sure if you like me, if you're not sure, like, you know, like, you first have to be sure that you want to go on a date with me, because I don't want to waste my time. Why would I go on a date with someone that is not sure if they like me? She's a romantic, yes. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yes, I felt a lot of nervousness for this from these people with all these vibes that I got. But I think that it sort of makes sense, because when you go on a first date with someone, there's a level of nervousness. There's a level of like, because someone has to be sort of the manager of, especially, like, I don't know, maybe it's because of the men feel more pressure to be like, okay, I do have to look and sound like I know what I'm doing, and that this was my idea, and not that I ask a friend or someone from the staff to do this for me. Like, I want to sound like I got involved in this, but actually I got a little bit of help because I don't know how to do this, but I want to impress you anyways, so it's a mix of insecure and cute. Mm. Yeah, guys, this was cute. This was cute. It was short, but it was cute, because this was like a trial. I wanted to see how this series would go, because I wanted to see with the combination of cards, that it's been a while since I used this oracle, also that is in Spanish. Sometimes I try to translate in the moment what the message that it says. I know it's not that accurate, but I try my best. And but yeah, I wanted to use it as well, so yeah. Yeah, I did like it. I did. It's just that a lot of insecurities came up, a lot of insecurities, which is valid as well, because idols also have their doubts, and also it's a first date. It's a first date, so it makes sense. It makes sense. But yeah, we will have to work also on what's, I would probably will have to get different point of view of you guys, or feedback about, what other series we can come up with to keep, the Wednesdays, to keep them moving. But yeah, I could do a part two. If people are interested, if you enjoy this dynamic, I can do another Wednesday of this. Mm. But yeah, in the meanwhile, we're going to be thinking about, something more romantic, or something that I can expand with more readings, with more cards, let's say. But yeah, it's super fun. I like it. I like it. Okay, guys, I'm going to go because I want I want to get some mate or coffee or something because it's getting cold here. But yeah, thank you so much for being here today, and I'll see you on Saturday. That yeah, if you have recommendations for Saturday, I don't know what I have on my list. I probably have some more cancer artists to do, some more cancer artists, and if there's a comeback or if there's some special event in K-pop, we can keep pulling cards for that. So you can also leave it in the comment section. Yes, cancer season has been long. Has been very long. Yeah. We still have one live stream and we ran out of cancer since the first day. And also Boo Boo is in the military. My favorite, one of my favorite cancer men. Hey Chatalino. But yeah, we will make it, guys. We will make it. We will make it. Something will happen in K-pop. I'm sure something will happen, and maybe we can pull some cards about it. So yeah, let's hope something positive happens, please, for this group. And I'm so excited for NCT 127 comeback. I love this. I love their style. I love the effort that they're putting. You know, knowing that Taehyun is not present, but the guys are doing a great job. The remaining members of NCT 127, and it's. It must be heavy. It must be heavy, because Taehyun is Taehyun. But seeing them just, accommodating and having their screen time, having more lines in the song, I'm sort of having so much fun with them. But yeah, I'm so happy. I'm so happy for NCT 127. I'm so happy. Walk, yeah. Tail trying to dance in the background always make me laugh. Poor Tail. Yeah, Tail is also trying his best to be in everything that he can do. Oh, he's so cute. Do you guys think that he's going to enlist being like this? Because it seems like his recovery is very slow. I don't know what's the diagnosis or what he has. But it seems like the fracture is serious. Do you think he will enlist like this? Because he's also running out of time, right? He will have to enlist. Yeah. He needs to, or he should get an official announcement that he doesn't have to. Like, yes. I wonder maybe he'll announce so he won't. Yeah. 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 Maybe they're waiting for, yeah. Yeah, maybe they're waiting for a diagnosis or something like this, or they are still in the process of submitting everything. Yeah, because it does seem serious. If it was just like a simple, if he just got hurt, he would have been. Remember Johnny? Also, he had this back problem. Remember, he had back of the arm. I don't remember, and he was away like 3 months. Was he away? But then he came back, and he did say that his arm still hurt when he did some dance move, but he came back. And Tail, I don't see it. I see him trying, but poor guy, he seems like he's in pain. Like, he cannot move that well. Yeah. Yeah, because we are waiting, and I don't know, I think that it's time. It should be announced. Yeah. It should be announced, yeah. Yeah, SM being the freaking show like always. My God. Okay, let's wish the best. Tail actually in the reading that I did for him, I seen that he got very positive cards. That actually he got some very positive cards. That he got what he wanted, or that he was very satisfied with what he got. So maybe there's something on his favor that is actually making him feel a bit much more like, happy or just like content and not stressed. Definitely. Thank God the cards that I pulled, he wasn't stressed at all. So maybe it's good news for him and also his body. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you on Saturday. Bye.